Torches really are fun. Well, top of the day. Welcome back. We're hanging out outside, messing with the old dump truck. We're doing that because last video we had a pressure washer sandblaster from Amazon, which did its job adequately, worth 40 bucks. But we found some damage. We knew about it before. I didn't know how bad it was. It is worse than I thought. So the frame of the front horn of the frame here has got a big hole in it. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna start by ripping off the front grille, see if we can get that bumper off, see if we can expose, check the passenger side one, and see what it takes to save the old girl. Because you know what? She's tough. She's done everything I've asked her to. So let's see if we can keep her alive. Well, that was easy. It was 4 screws. The clips on the bottom here, my old grill, are broken, so I just had it zip tied. Came off easy peasy. But now we gotta see about getting some of this big hardware off. Oh, I got one missing there. Let's see, do we have more? Down in here. What do we got holding this old girl on? The bumper. Okay, we got hardware down below. Hang on, let's see if I can shine that and show you guys. So I've got one there. I'll have to separate some of this stuff. And then a couple up there. Because I think these brackets here are tow hooks. So, alright, let's get some tools. Some of our hardware is cooperating. Some of our hardware is not. Good times. Ta-da! Okay. Let's move this to the back here, out of the way. We can deal with the ugly of what's behind this bumper later. Because she's a bit, she's slightly crusty. Oh, what is this? Oh yeah, that's good. That's a good sign of corrosion, eh? When parts just fall off. Holy Batman. Okay, well, that's much better. Oh yeah, look at the end of this frame horn. It is in bad shape. So we're gonna see about, we're gonna have to take this plow bracket off, I think. Well, not think, definitely. Oh. So that we can get into here and figure out what we can do. Oh, this is ugly. All right, guys, now that we got that bumper off, I'm gonna show you the problem we're dealing with closely. The front part of the frame here has obviously a pretty big hole in it. If I'm correct, I'm pretty sure the bottom, I don't know if you can see in there, my finger. This whole section's gotta be repaired because, quite frankly, it holds my plow and the front suspension. So it's not just for a frame, it's just not for the bumper, there's more to it. So I think my first course of action, guys, is gonna be to tear off some of these plow brackets and open it up so I can see what we got to deal with. Good times. Okay, it's another day and we're coming over to the back here, our back door at the shop, because we moved the old Super Duty back here. Not that I don't, it's normally better to work in the driveway, but because I'm gonna need my torches and they're hidden back here. Let's move this can of gas first, shall we? Anyways, oops, knocked it over. Okay. So what I want to do, I think our plan is we need to expose and get this out. This and this is all part of the plow bracket. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some heat on these bolts to get them off. This here bracket, there's a bolt that goes from here to the corner of the bumper, but the rest of it, I don't have a need for it. So, and even here, like it's connected to there, but not sure. I'm sure it's integral to join the leaf spring to the frame, but we might have to compromise and do something different, so we might end up cutting this off. So let's get to it. Okay, we're making some progress. Get this piece off. We need that. Don't lose that. That's part of the plow. Oh, she's rough. Well, I think she's even got a hole right through it. Look at that. Yeah, this whole end's got to come off. Woo-wee. Buy old junk. They're fun to fix. They are. I really enjoy it. Me and the torch, we got a little friendly, a little too excited, I think. I started cutting bolts off, then it was going well, so I cut that bracket. Let's see what's happened if we pop that off. Oh, now we see the carnage. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, right underneath is even bad. Look at that. Hooray. All right, I mean, to me, we're winning, guys. That's pretty awesome. I mean, it's my first time dabbling in this kind of major repair, but you don't know unless you try. So we can see, I want to get this plate off. Once I get that off, then I can see how far back I got to cut. I'm pretty confident I got to go back a little bit more, and then making some, yeah, awesome. Torches really are fun. Oh yeah, look at all this. Whew. Okay, let's get this. See, there's a hole right in the back there, right on the bottom. Look, if I go from the bottom. So we got a lot. We got lots to replace. We're gonna have to brace this up though to hold that suspension up. Some progress. Well, a good day back again. It's actually been almost a week and a half. Life gets in the way at times. But it doesn't mean I've stopped. To be honest with you, I puttered a little bit, cleaning stuff up, and let me show you where I made it to. Look at the mess I made. Isn't that awesome? But look, I've got all this bad section cleaned out. I've got the spring perch unbolted. I've got my safety block in place. But yeah, we're making progress. So now today what I want to do is, well, I've got some scrap steel, not scrap, good steel. And what we're going to try to do is, the process of starting to piece this thing back together. So, I mean, here goes nothing. This here is way thicker than the frame material. And I'm okay with that, although it's going to be a pain to work with because it'll be stronger. So the first piece I want to try to make, and this was a friend's suggestion, is the piece that goes across here and then down to the frame, and I'll have it come back a ways back. So we need to measure what that length's gonna be. We'll cut a piece of the steel and we'll work on starting to shape it so that then we got to drill a pile of holes in it and see if we can get it to fit. So let me get that started for you. I don't have a particular plan. I mean, none of this project had a particular plan other than to try to repair it. I mean, even just cleaning this up to where I got it really was me with a torch and a grinder until I thought maybe I should stop. So we're going to continue on that journey, that same style of journey. Where did I put my marker? There it is. Now, I think to try to bend this, just forcing it, is not going to happen. So I either got to put a lot of heat into it, or I'm going to have to score it. But if I score it, I'll re-weld it, which is I think the way I'm going to go. So I'm going to go like this, get a rough idea of where it should start to bend. Probably right around here. I'm going to score that, bend it, then I'll score it the other way to bend it up and match up with the frame. Alright, maybe this gives you a slightly better visual of what I'm trying to do. Down, and what I'll do is I'll mark this side now, and I'll score that so I can bend that up. And then what I'll do is once I get the plate fitting nice, I'll tack it, pull it out, weld it. Now, originally, this frame part actually was on top of this. And I haven't decided yet if I'm going to leave that underneath or put this underneath. I probably should do it the way it was, because now I've got a big step up here. And it wasn't that aggressive before, and it's going to screw up my geometry. So to raise this that 1/4 inch is going to be too much. Right now I'm just doing this for, ooh, I can't do that. I have to take it out and put it properly, because otherwise my angle won't be right. Ha! It's a good thing we talked this through, guys. I appreciate your help. Okay, let me yank that out and figure it out. So with some little bit of patience, my low quality drill press, we were able to make some holes. Hopefully they line up to what we need them to. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to weld in, fill in this crack that I cut to reinforce these steel. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll show you how she lines up, and hopefully we made it okay. You know, welding good, new, clean steel that's thick really is much more satisfying and good on my ego. That's for sure. Because that looks all right. I got a little hole there, but okay, enough with that self-praising. I'm gonna stick you guys over here. Now, stick that bad boy in its hole. Oh, look at that. Where's my little test bolt? Okay, Fits in that hole. Fits in that hole. Fits in that hole. Fits in that hole. And fits in that hole. Sweet! Right, all lining up. Pretty darn close anyways. We'll have to do some prying and pushing to get the spring perch to line up. But I think that's a pretty darn good start to this process. What do you guys think? All right? Well, I'm going to try. Claim victory. All right, I'm going to see if I can pop this into place, line these things up a little bit, and then go from there.